Thank you for listening to Pow Block Podcast, the flagship Nintendo podcast of Boss Rush Network. Do you need even more gaming and entertainment in your life? Head over to bossrush.net where you can find news, reviews, creators, podcasts, and more focused around the content you enjoy.
Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, the enlightened and excited Eddie V. Joining me is my best friend, my bro him, the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick.
Hello. I have arrived.
Yes. And we got Dr. A, who is here to say that he can bust a rhyme anytime today. It's the PS Doc who can rock himself, Mr. Austin Campbell from Crossroads, a PlayStation podcast. Yes, sir. What's up?
Wow.
I couldn't do what you just did if you asked me to. So I think you probably deserve that intro more than I do.
Yeah, I've never gotten an intro like that, and this is episode 269,
Yeah.
So, you know, nice.
Yes. Twice the 69, you know? There's two of them.
Oh, wow. How are you doing, Austin?
Don't get Ed all excited now.
Oh, you know what? I will talk to you about that after dark.
I'd rather not.
We're about to talk about Nintendo, so there's no way that Ed's not excited right now.
That's fair.
I am doing great, Ed. I'm glad to be here. I'm loving this cold weather, man. Cold weather, football, soup, all the good stuff is happening now. It's great.
We talk about this is good time for chili, some good chili or like even chili dogs. I love doing sloppy joes, and I didn't get to do them yesterday for Halloween due to work, but I got to go get some good buns, so make some sloppy joes and just get some Doritos or fries and just like do some me time gaming. But yeah, I love the cold weather. But yeah, I need chili now. I want some good chili right now.
Oh yeah. I need some mom's chili. I need to hit her up with the say, hey mom, can you make me chili? Because I know she will. I know she will. All I gotta do is start. I'll come over, mom.
All right, baby, I got you. But Corey, how was your weekend?
It was good. We went trick-or-treating with the kids, and my parents came over, and then what else did we do? I don't know. We did something else, but I forget. We did something Saturday morning. What did we do? Oh, we took professional pictures of the children. So that was fun. And I was relaxing, and I was actually the first time in a long time where I wasn't like dead tired after work, so it was really nice. So that's why I wasn't on last week. I started a new job, and it was very exciting. So,
yes.
But yeah,
Well,
You got
I'm
to wake.
excited for it. I'm glad that you're in a spot where you're not feeling stressed out all the time. It's great.
oh, I'm stressed out, but in a different way.
Yeah.
But
It's
a fun
it's
way.
a good kind of stress.
Yeah.
Good kind of stress.
Yeah, it's I really like my job, and I really like the people. So I also like so I was having a conversation with Celeste the other day, and you know, she's going through all that hurricane crap still, so that's why her stuff has been, you know, absent for those who are unaware. So first of all, send her some love because she needs it. That whole area needs it. I think she did a stream the other day, I think, but we were having a conversation because she was like, after everything gets fixed up, we might relocate or whatever. And we were having a conversation. I was like, it's like half jokingly, but half not, like sending, because my job's still hiring. I was like, they're hiring. You should just, there are no hurricanes up here. It's funny.
Yeah.
It was a good conversation.
You got tornadoes? Is that like the thing there in Ohio?
I mean, like once a year, maybe.
Okay.
It rains a lot. It's more
I
like,
didn't know if it was as bad as it was here.
no, it's more like end of January, mid-February is like blizzards. And then it's gone. So.
Yeah. Ohio kind of almost share the same kind of weather thing with Illinois in a sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just having a good time. Okay.
Austin, how was your weekend?
It was a good weekend. I spent 2 days with some good friends of mine. Friday, my friend came over and we watched all the scary movies that we could that night. So that's all we did was watch scary movies. And then Saturday, or I mean, that was Saturday. And Sunday, we my friend came over and we watched football all day. So it was a lot of fun, and just it's good catching up with everybody. It's good to have a weekend where I didn't have to work on a Saturday. It was great. So,
Nice.
whereas my wife has had to work every Saturday this month. So,
Oh no.
it's been. So I needed friends to come over. I was feeling lonely, I guess.
You're feeling lonely.
For me, I Friday, I went to go get my Super Mario Superstar, and I literally had to go to Wisconsin to get it. No store in Illinois had a copy that I could pre-order.
All right. Well,
Or-
hold on. Let's recontextualize this conversation here.
Mhm.
You live like 5 minutes from the border. Okay, it's not like you have to drive 4 hours to Wisconsin.
I mean, the thing, the thing about it is that in the 250, they do a search for in the next 250 miles, and nowhere from here to Chicago or any other place in Illinois have Paper Mario. I mean, not Paper Mario, Mario Party. Like you cannot pre-order it or go in to pick it up. You literally, if you order from that place, they had to ship you a copy. And so I had to drive 45 minutes to go and pick it up. I had to go to a whole nother state to pick it up. Like this is the second Nintendo item that I had to go and pick up to get it. So I was just like, well, I'm here. I picked up my game, and then I was just like, you know what? Let me go grocery shopping. So I got me some good sushi, some snacks, and then headed home and everything. But yeah, other than that, was working, and our Halloween candy disappeared Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Because of it being canceled kind of last year. Man, I got into work at like 3 o'clock yesterday, and the shelves was bare.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, it was like when we went trick or treating this weekend. It was like, man, everybody just decided to like come out of the woodwork and trick or treat. It was the busiest I've ever seen it, but it was also like the best I've ever seen it. I feel like it's crazy.
So did y'all trick or treat on Sunday? Like you trick or treat on Halloween?
We did
go ahead,
both. We did both. We did Saturday, because like the high school here does like a 10 and under kind of like walk around trick or treat type thing. And then we went run around our neighborhood on Sunday night.
Okay, because I wondered if maybe more people went on Saturday. Now that I was thinking about it, because we maybe had 10 trick or treaters Sunday night, and I mean I've had at least like double that, triple that most years. So it was a little bare this year. I felt like there wasn't as many, but we had like I didn't know if like all the trunk or treats were on Sunday, or if like people were just watching the Cowboys game on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I really think that was probably the main thing, because you could tell once afternoon football was over, all the trick or treaters started coming, and then as soon as the Cowboys game started, they stopped. So,
Yeah, it kind of around like 5 or 6 o'clock. That's when people stopped coming in buying candy. But like they said, from the time we opened till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, candy was just selling. Like we probably sold, I want to say about $6,000 worth of candy.
What?
We had
that's a lot.
They had, yeah, because we had a lot of candy. We had a lot of the fun size Twix and
Do they sell that?
Butterfingers.
Do you guys carry that much candy? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been in a Walgreens before. I've never seen that much candy.
we had 9 shelves of candy, and by the time I closed the store, only had 3 shelves. Now nobody was touching the candy corn and all of that
Oh, yeah.
Well, nobody likes candy corn. That's why.
but
No
and
one does.
and because they sent us dark chocolate M&Ms, nobody was really touching that too. But like our Reese's, besides, I think the last thing that we had were some Reese's, a little bit of the Snickers, and the Hershey chocolate bars were kind of the little bit left over. But everything else, it just disappeared. Gummies, uh, SpongeBob, like all that candy disappeared. And
SpongeBob.
yeah,
The Krabby Patties.
Krabby Patties, yeah.
Yeah.
It literally all disappeared, and we're about to put our Christmas stuff out. So I think they they probably cleaned it up today. So when I go to work, later on in this week, they're going to probably just have all the Christmas stuff up, and we're only going to probably have like 2 sections for the Halloween stuff. So we'll see.
Well, the best time when I worked at Target, the best time to buy candy was the day after Halloween when it started on clearance. I
Well,
was all about that.
But there ain't nothing to go on clearance unless you
No,
want some
man.
Reese's and Snickers. The Snickers, I hope, do go on clearance. I hope we get rid of that. But yeah, last thing before we go, before we get to Nintendo, I think the farmers are probably going to be going to stores next week and everything and getting Halloween candy, because they feed their cows candy because of the corn syrup. Does that produce?
Interesting.
Yeah. So they've been feeding cows. So when there was a corn shortage, they had to find a substitute, and so they were feeding cows Twix and Three Musketeers and all the Halloween candy, and it was producing the same amount of milk, and the cows was loving it.
Sounds like a waste to me.
Huh.
Where's
Yes.
I know like dogs and cats they can't eat chocolate, so I'm surprised that cows could even do that. But I guess.
Well, they have 4
I
stomachs,
don't-
so you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're just pumping that stuff out.
Right. So
Huh.
they needed
Well-
it. Sure.
The candy corn has some use, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the cows, they just eating it, loving it.
Huh.
But everybody, that means it's time for Nintendo.
Woo!
Austin, what have you been snacking on?
Well, I am going. We're going out for our anniversary, so I haven't done a whole lot of snacking. I will say that Sunday I tried 2 things. I tried the Detroit style pizza at Pizza Hut.
Your thoughts?
I'm a fan. I like
Yes.
it. I was a little skeptical. I was like, that's a lot of sauce on there, but with the cup pepperonis, that just makes the whole deal good. Like I really.
You're
like
one
that.
of those people. The cups.
Oh, the cup pepperonis with the
Oh.
rest of the pepperonis. Oh man.
No.
I don't do
Yes.
I don't really do the Supreme with the Detroit pizza. Yeah, it was really good to me. But go ahead.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
The
Oh,
cup.
I love the ultra pepperoni when you got like 4 different pepperonis on there. Oh, that stuff's the best. I love pepperoni, but the cup pepperonis, man, because they get burnt a little bit at the top. I like that. I like the extra crispy pepperonis, man. It's
Oh,
good.
man, Austin. Thought we were friends.
Wait until I tell you what I had next.
No.
No, so my favorite, and this is a little bit of adult time. My favorite liquor is Bumbu rum. That's what I drink, and they've come out with a cream version. It's like their version of kind of Bailey's, and let me tell you, it is good.
Eggnog-ish kind of thickness, or a little bit.
Well,
thinner?
yeah, it's kind of like the thickness of eggnog.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this stuff was so good. And then we had the idea, because my friend brought it over, to put it in coffee as like our creamer.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I'm sad that I had to work today, because I could have definitely had a good time drinking coffee and liquor. And it was delicious. I loved it. So shout out to Bamboo Cream. It would be an expensive way to cream your coffee, but it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it.
Wow.
Send me some information about that. I'm gonna see because I don't know if they sell it. Is it only in Ohio that they sell it? Not Ohio. I'm sorry.
No, I mean it should be everywhere. The Bamboo is Lil Wayne sponsors it, but I liked it before Lil Wayne started sponsoring it. So just make that clear. But I love it. It's got a big X on it. It looks like a pirate bottle. It's the smoothest rum. It's brown. It's really, really good. But the cream, I was just like, man. But it's the same price as the rum, it's kind of a pricey rum, so can't get too into it because it's a little expensive. So for what I use it for, so.
But it's a nice relaxing kind of drink.
Oh yeah. If you like White Russians, like I like this better than White Russian even. So it's if you're into those kind of drinks, this is definitely the one for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say those are the two new things I tried.
All right. Corey, what have you been stacking on?
Oh boy, Ed, are you ready for this?
Yes.
So, last week on my first week, my new job bought me lunch 4 times last week, which was awesome. I know it was just like a new employee thing. It was me. They hired me and one other guy. So like, Monday they ordered us. There's a sub place around here called Cosmic Dave's, and I got Dave's Club. It was turkey, it was cheese, it was crispy bacon, it was lettuce, tomato, onion, mayonnaise, and then lathered on each bun was Dave's sauce. I don't know what's in it. It's just called Dave's sauce. I think it's some sort of like Thousand Island dressing mixed with like, I don't know, something else. But
what was the color? What color was the sauce?
It was like an orangish pink.
Okay.
It definitely, like, now that I'm like talking it out, it definitely probably was just Thousand Island dressing. But still, it was delicious. The bacon was crispy. The cheese was melted, just perfect. It was so good. So good. Tuesday, they ordered us pizza. Giannino's pizza. Had some pepperoni on it. Had some cheese. It's very good. Thursday, what do we have Thursday? Thursday, we had Panera.
Okay.
And I had I don't remember what I had. Some sort of turkey something.
I was going to ask, did you have the macaroni grilled cheese?
No.
That they got up in here?
No, but somebody did get that, and it looked like, I was like, man, I feel like I'm gaining weight just staring at this thing.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty new.
Yeah, it's like one of their new things.
Katie showed me.
Yeah.
Some bomb breaking cheese from Panera Bread, like that. I'll say that.
Yes.
And then Friday they bought Chipotle for us, so that was very good too. And then let me tell you, my parents came over yesterday and brought a Bruegger's Bagel family box, and it has like three huge breakfast sandwiches in it. There's cheesy hash browns and like an assortment of bagels and muffins and stuff. But like my wife always eats the sandwich with the Asiago cheese melted on top with like this pepper jack cream cheese spread on it. And she doesn't eat bacon, so I took that off and put it on mine. And sometimes I wipe a little bit of the the spread off and put it on mine. But so I had bacon, egg, and cheese bagels with some of that spread on it. Oh, so good. And the little cheesy hash brown things, dude. They're just like little balls of potato goodness with cheese in the middle. It's so good.
Corey, is it on our list?
So good. Bruegger's? I mean, I guess. It's just a bagel sandwich, but it was really good because it was fresh. I feel like
your list is about 20-25 places long at this point, isn't it?
It's about 80 right now.
Dude, I ate more when Ed came to visit the last time than I like in a week than I usually do in a month. So,
Yes.
what else? I had one other thing, but I forget. Oh, we had sushi on Saturday night.
Yes.
So I had me that spicy crunchy shrimp, had me some crunchy California, spicy California, Philadelphia roll.
What is in the Philadelphia roll?
I don't know. My wife likes it,
Is it
so we
cream
get it.
cheese?
There's
It's like cream.
there's cream cheese, avocado, salmon, like smoked salmon. I think that's what's in it. I could be wrong. I don't know.
You
So
should eat
I'm more of
sushi.
I like the crunchy stuff and the spicy stuff. So,
Mhm.
but that's my snack tendo, Ed. It was a very lengthy one, and I apologize, but I ate a lot.
Don't apologize. I'm excited. It's good.
It was so good.
I just wish I could have some. That's the only thing I'm mad
Right.
about.
Well, for me, I had Chipotle, the burrito bowl. Had that. Had some like TV dinners and stuff. Had some Checkers. Just a basic burger and fries. Wendy's, man. Wendy's not grilled. I'm sorry, that was chicken fillet. Which is, Corey, I don't know if you heard last week's episode. But Chick-fil-A's grilled chicken sandwiches on point.
No, Ed. No, nobody goes to Chick-fil-A to get the grilled chicken.
It was a new one that they brought out. They didn't have grilled chicken before. I don't know what to say.
I was gonna say, Ed, I listened to it. I was like, man, the grilled chicken's good, but the spicy chicken sandwich is a spicy.
I know.
oh,
I know.
that one.
Corey knows the biz. I told him. I literally texted him when he was one day while he was at work. I was just like, dude, I'm in my car eating this spicy chicken sandwich and I cannot move. And yes, I had the Chick-fil-A sauce on it.
It's dude, you know what you do with the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich? You take the Chick-fil-A sauce, you take mayonnaise, okay? You put a little bit on each bun, then you kind of like fold the bun so it gets all over
Yes.
each bun, and then you smash the chicken in the middle, and then it gets maximum coverage of the sauce without being too much. I didn't get this size by not knowing how to eat Chick-fil-A, okay, guys?
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
No. Maximum coverage of mayonnaise and Chick-fil-A sauce on that spicy chicken. You get two of those, you get a large fry, and then you wish you would have gotten a third sandwich and another large fry because it's that darn good.
Well, surprisingly, the waffle fries was the bomb big this time. Normally, Chick-fil-A waffle fries are not.
No, they're good,
a
Ed.
hit.
I actually am on Ed's side on this. Most of the time when I get chicken sandwiches with a side of chicken strips. Like I just get extra
see,
chicken.
I haven't tried the chicken strips yet.
Yeah, I mean it's just more of the chicken. It's nothing like doesn't really taste any different, but it's just the fries, they have to be hot, they have to be fresh. Once they get cold, it's over.
And
Like,
they need salt. Like they gotta have the salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
these fries have salt on them. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, you get someone that knows how to season it right, then you got it.
Yes. So I had two like new snacks. I took a picture. I put it on my Twitter page. The white chocolate pretzel M&Ms. Love it. It's fire. It's really good. And I think what makes this kind of better than the regular chocolate chocolate pretzel M&Ms is that coating of salt on the pretzel goes well, and it balances out the sweetness of the white chocolate, because white chocolate is like really sweet, and it was just like, ooh, this balance out. It just came out. It might be a seasonal thing, because it's trying to mimic snowballs and everything. But it's really good. It's a really nice snack if anyone who's looking for some new M&Ms. That one was really good. My last thing, and Corey, you might want to close your ears for this one.
Oh boy.
I had the Reese's Pieces Big Cup with potato chips in them.
Potato chips.
Yes, they just came out, and it's a king size big. Well, it's two. Yeah, it's two big cups of the Reese's Pieces and peanut butter cups, and they have potato chips in it.
Wait,
And
have you heard of such thing?
Hmm.
You heard of
they
Reese's?
just
Man.
it's just dropped. It just came out.
Oh man.
So it
I
just came
can't.
out, and so it's okay. It's nothing wild or anything. It's just more Reese's peanut butter cups with some chips in it. And like I understand they were trying to go for sweet and saltiness, but the chips end up tasting like Rice Krispie treats in
Mm.
a sense. With the when you bite to it and the texture and everything, it has like that airy kind of flavor to it and stuff. So I don't know what kind of potato chip that they put on it. It was very weird. We just got it at work. We seen it. I don't know how the reception about how reception of it is going to be, but I tried it and I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a Reese's peanut butter cup with some
Mm.
something in it. Like, hello, welcome back, boss.
I had to go throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Ah,
Oh.
so
Uh,
yeah, but yeah, it was okay. Nothing. If you see it on sale, get it on sale because we had a $2 for $3 sale for it. So I mean, I'm like, okay, this is fine. And someone else brought it for me. I didn't pay any money. But other than that, yeah, it was just that. Those are my two snack Tendo things. For it. It was just weird because I'm just like potato chips and the Reese's. I'm like this. Like I would understand if they did like Rice Krispie treats and Reese's. I could understand it because that's like cereal. But that
Yeah.
nice crispy taste to it would be like flavorful. The chips. and
Oh,
stuff,
that
I'm just
reminds
like,
me. You said cereal? Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
So my wife got cereal for my daughter. Chocolate Life. Dude,
oh yeah.
Really?
that stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that?
so good. Chocolate Life, by the way.
I've never seen it in stores.
Shout out to Shane in the
I didn't
chat,
tell
by
you
the way.
this.
Hi, Shane.
Hey Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Life and Chex, man. Those are two cereals that like I would have never cared for as a kid, but as an adult, I'm like, I'm all about this. I'm all about this Life and Chex cereal.
Dude, I
This
like
stuff is the best.
Chocolate Life. I like Cinnamon Life. I mean, I like regular life too, but let me tell
Oh
you.
wow. We weren't a life family over here. So it was Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, Apple Jacks, Frosty Flakes, and Trix, and Cocoa Puffs.
Now I'm eating my
It-
child's gummies because they're delicious and she's asleep.
So now you can have them all to yourself.
I can, and I am right now. To be fair, yes, I realize I just opened 3 packs of them, but there's only like there's those little baby packs that only have like 5 in
Yeah.
each one. So
Did you put them all in your mouth, or you eat them one by one?
I'm trying to eat them one by one, but like the best is when you put like 10 in your mouth at a time and you just sit there and chew forever.
Oh yeah.
So
I love the Welch's gummies.
Ooh, those
Especially
are
like the tropical
dangerous.
flavor ones.
Yeah.
Tropical
I like-
flavored ones.
I like the
Yes.
Welch's ones. These are the Mott's ones, like the applesauce company. They're
Oh.
they're okay. They're just
Yeah.
so.
Okay. All right. Well, Corey, I'm going to turn it over to you for a game fact event.
All right,
What's
Ed. Are you ready for this game fact advance? What is- What is the number one game you think of on Nintendo 64 in terms of multiplayer?
In terms of multiplayer, I know a lot of people would say Smash Brothers.
No. Keep
It's
going.
not.
It's a rare game. Pew pew bang bang.
I know what it is.
Jet Force Gemini?
No, oh my gosh. Austin, help him out.
It's GoldenEye.
Thank you.
It's GoldenEye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So, everybody knows that the game came out in 1997. Critically acclaimed. Everybody loved the multiplayer. It was like one of the first games we had like real multiplayer on consoles in terms of shooters. Well, one thing, this is a quote. This is from an Engadget article from 2012, but you should read it anyway. So Hollis, one of the developers on GoldenEye, Hollis' presentation included, this is from a GDC talk at one point. It was a post-mortem on GoldenEye 007. Hollis' presentation included stories from many of GoldenEye's developers, including Steve Ellis, who was responsible for programming the multiplayer mode, a feat that he accomplished in 1 month. So,
Wow.
Ellis wrote, one of the things that always strikes me as crazy in retrospect is that until something like March or April of 1997, mind you, the game came out, I think, in September that year. March or April of 1997, there wasn't a multiplayer mode at all, and the game was only going to ship with a single-player campaign.
Wow.
Something you wouldn't dream of doing these days, and it was done without the knowledge or permission of management at Rare or Nintendo. So Rare or Nintendo didn't even approve it; they just did it. The first they knew about it was when we showed it to them working. However, since the game was already late by that time, if we hadn't done it that way, it probably would have never happened. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Your Game Fact Advance, GoldenEye 007. In a different world, may have never had multiplayer.
All because one guy took a month and just made honestly maybe the most important game as far as multiplayer shooters of all time.
Right.
Just trailblazing.
Yes.
Man.
Also, that's also why all of the multiplayer levels are maps from the campaign, is because they didn't have time to design levels.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Corey, for that. Oh, wow. Wow. One of the most influential games for shooters, and one person did multiplayer. That's fascinating. He probably worked crazy hours trying to get that right.
Yeah.
And that was before, the craze of Monster and Red Bull. So who knows what he was doing just to make all this happen.
Mountain Dew, guys. Come on. It's a family show.
Oh, yeah. Mountain Dew.
Oh, wow. Well, it's time for Family News. EGAT. Or should I say EGAT? A surprising announcement and trailer from Nintendo and Lego has us shivering in our boots. Or maybe our wallets, as Lego Super Mario Luigi's Mansion playset will hunt shelves on January 1st, 2022. There will be 3 sets and each has a theme to it. There's Lab and Poltergeist, Hunt and Seek, and Entryway. What did you guys think about this news, and where do you think Nintendo and Lego can go with this franchise? So, Corey, because you have brought this news to us, I was telling Austin that they dropped the trailer literally like around 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday on Halloween. That, this is a new Lego set that's coming. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, Nintendo never drops anything like that on a Sunday, but they did it because it was Halloween. So what are your thoughts about it?
I mean, I think it's cool, right? I mean, I think Mario had his own set, and they just came out with the Mario 64 Lego set, right, with the castle and stuff. And I think theming a set around specific characters is a really good idea. And obviously, Luigi's Mansion is like that first game was like a cult hit for people who owned a GameCube at launch, and then Luigi's Mansion 3 sold really well, and the 3DS game exists. So like, I think it's a no-brainer that they're like, hey, you know what would be cool? A mansion for Luigi, because it exists already. So I'm excited to see, though, like, what do they do with Toad? What does a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker Lego set look like? Or what does a Donkey Kong Country Lego set look like? what does a Bowser's Castle set look like? So I think it'd be really cool to start exploring like some of these other characters and be like, yeah, that's a cool set.
Yeah,
it's definitely cooler than the
Bowser.
$800 Titanic set.
But is it cooler than the newly announced Home Alone house set?
Yes, it's way cooler.
The what?
Yeah, that's right. The Home Alone house got announced today. Yeah. I was telling him before the show, the only reason why I'm not that excited about these, because I love Legos and I love Luigi's Mansion, is I wish it was more of like set pieces rather than the level design pieces. That's why I've been crazy about the Mario Legos so far, is because I would like a full 1,000-piece Peach's Castle or the full Luigi's Mansion. When those happen, you guarantee I will be in line for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is like, I wish they would do like a full scale, like the way they did like the Millennium Falcon for Star Wars, that big like $500 or $600 set that's like a million pieces and so intricate, and you can open it up and see what's happening inside of it. Like I would love to see like you said, like a Peach's Castle, like just
like like the Hogwarts Castle, or just those are the ones that I'm like waiting for, because I love Luigi's Mansion. It's maybe my favorite Switch game that's come out this year. So it's or that's come out in the console. So I would love to see like the full on castle pieces, mansion, Bowser's Castle, whatever. And I agree. I would love a Toad Treasure Tracker deal, because you can set up like maybe you can make your own levels with them. That'd be different
man.
Yeah. Or like you think of like Donkey Kong or something, you get like the minecart levels in there, and you just like it's like a minecart Donkey Kong, or like even the Captain Toad has minecart levels too. Like that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
A Donkey Kong Lego set? Yeah, I need it. Like, yeah. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I want one now.
I'm sure it's coming. They're definitely not stopping here. It's definitely going to continue and just get more and more. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, because I think they could do like Mario Kart Double Dash, kind of Legos or something like that.
Yeah, but that Mario Kart game already exists, like the real life Mario Kart game, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that's, I don't know. I don't think they would like step on the toes of that. I wish they would put more carts out for that game.
That is true. Yes.
I wonder if it sold well, like enough for them to keep going forward with it.
Yeah, they sold like I think 750,000 copies. They
yeah,
did.
But that's not a lot though, by Nintendo standards. Like
yeah.
I don't know. So I would like to see more carts from that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt for the.
No, that's fine. I definitely am. I like this. I like that they decided to do Luigi's Mansion. They're going to get people's money. They're going to get those coins on January 1st, because trust me, people are going to be in the stores for that's going to be debatable.
Well, people are going to start returning gifts from Christmas and trying to pick this up.
Well, yeah, or do exchanges, which is weird because New Year's Day is on a Saturday, and folks are going to be drunk all weekend long. So we'll see how all of that goes. But I still think this is cool. I think it's a good way to start the year off with Nintendo, and definitely with Lego, to bring out more of their product for this Lego set and everything. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see more of it. So we're going to move on to the next story. This has to be a new one for everyone, as Planet Games is having and this is the title of the presentation, Soul Cresta, Hideki Kamiya's Very Sorry Stream. This Tuesday at 8 p.m. PST / 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Since Soul Cresta is supposed to release on the Switch December 9th, it may end up being delayed, but we won't know. But we won't know for sure. We know Kamiya's history So for him having this kind of stream might surprise us. And just to let everybody know, with Kamiya, he blocks people a lot. They'll ask him a question or they'll follow him and they'll say something to him and he'll just end up blocking them. Sometimes for good reasons, sometimes for no reason at all. And some people take they embrace being blocked and everything. So it's kind of playing on. Yes, he's probably very sorry because there might be a delay, but he's also very sorry in the sense of blocking people on Twitter.
What if he just this is his unblocking everybody party?
And then we blocking them after.
Yeah, he's like, this is a fresh start.
Yeah. And immediately, just everyone's gonna try to get him to block him again. That's immediately what's gonna happen.
Yes. But Austin, what did you think of this?
I honestly I forgot. I didn't even know what the very, very sorry stream was. I think I kept hearing stories about it, and I was like, oh yeah, you were explaining to me just why it could be meaning that with like the Twitter thing. I was like, huh. I don't know anything about this game he's making. We don't have any information on this game, do we? As far as what it is.
But not that much.
I feel like they need to like I know they want to do like publishing and stuff, but they need to like slow down a little bit because they gotta finish Bayonetta. They gotta do the Babylon's Fall game. There's who else? They're doing another game for somebody. They have like 3 or 4 games in development before this game. So like,
let's be honest. They don't need to do Babylon's Fall.
Yeah,
I feel like they can forget about that one.
Yeah. That's the Square. That's the Square project they're doing, right? The Square Enix project.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope Square's funding that game well, because.
I do like this guy's games though. With Bayonetta, Okami, Resident Evil 2, which I'm now a huge fan of. I never played Beautiful Joe, but Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And it seems like this guy's got a good track record. You know what? I appreciate that he just blocks people on Twitter. I think people should do that more. Just block everybody. Don't let anyone tell you what to do.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. I know Soul Cresta is a top-down vertical shooter. I know they've been I know it started out as a joke, but it actually got a lot of love for the fans, and they were asking questions when it's coming out. Like, I want to play, and so they ended up turning it into a real production and making the game. To hear that it's called a very sorry stream. It just boggles my mind. It's funny. I know how they're playing on it. I know I won't be able to watch it until I get home. But I am excited to see what they're going to announce, and I wonder if they're going to be new stuff that they're going to announce. Not just only that it's going to be delayed, but there's going to be like a physical copy and a collector's edition and stuff like that. So we shall see. I'll keep people posted when we see next week. Oh,
I just I looked at his pinned tweet, and now I see all the rules of how to get blocked. He's got them listed. He also doesn't even like. He said, "I'm telling you not to post me in languages other than Japanese. If you break rules, that means you are a brainless insect and will be blocked immediately. Be careful."
Wow.
No repeated questions, no advice, no tagging me in your conversation, no requests or asking about games which are not mine, RIP. No Bayo 2, no MGR, no blank posts. My block button is bigger than ever.
Wow.
Wow. I've never... That's his pinned tweet. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's Kamiya for you. Well, we're gonna get into this next story that Well, Nintendo's back to legal matters again. This time, they're tackling a Mario NFT gambling game As reported by Kotaku, a cryptocurrency scheme known as One-Up Platform has been preparing for launch this year, giving users the chance to take part in a battle royale style game where players can bet on matches to earn NFTs, a controversial method of digital file ownership that uses blockchain technology. The problem here, or one of the problems at least, is that the battle royale itself appears to be full of stolen assets. Oh, and it's a whirlwind of mess. Why can't people leave Nintendo's IP alone? And
Mhm.
this story, and the person who made it was just like, yeah, it is made out of stolen assets, and we thought it was a cool idea, so we made it when we stole them. It says they go on to say that the stolen assets were only in place as a proof of concept and will be moved later down the line, calling out the Nintendo simps who helped to get the game noticed. They sound lovely, don't they? In the quote, for all the Nintendo simps having a panic attack, fear not. It was private test video getting put out there to grow size of the community. When we go live, the entire game will have custom art with none of the original Nintendo fan-made sprites. This was just a proof of concept. The engine is custom made and will be used for other original games. The buzz is great though. At least it gets people talking about new ideas. So yeah, I I know people been getting on Nintendo about cease and desist orders and stuff, but when someone just out blatantly says, yeah, it's stolen idea, stolen assets, we would use it to make make a game, but you put it out there. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just don't understand why people haven't learned that you just can't mess with Nintendo, and if you're going to, don't say anything about it and only enjoy it for yourself, because this is this is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just it like I just especially with like the internet and 1,000 different ways that this could get shared or leaked or whatever, like it's just like why try stuff like this anymore, you know?
well, it's always that I think people, when they mess with Nintendo games, they get some notice, they get some recognition to be like, "Hey, hire me! I got a game out. Yeah, I kind of started to mess with y'all stuff, but I want to be a developer, and this is what I could do."
I mean,
I just
that stuff's
okay,
cool, but this isn't like development. This is like NFTs are just like JPEGs that people are selling for money. Like it's just like it's real stupid, you know? Like okay, so AM2R, right? The Metroid 2 remake or whatever that came out a couple
yeah,
years ago before Samus Returns for 3DS was like an amazing achievement in terms of development and stuff. And that guy ended up getting yeah, his game got shut down by Nintendo, but he got hired by the Ori team, Moon Studios, the Ori and
Moon
the Will of the
Studios,
Wisp,
yeah,
and now he's like a prominent developer in the industry. Like that's awesome. Like, you took this series that you loved, you remade one of the games that was like, you know, really lacking at the time, right? 'Cause there wasn't really another
yes,
way to play it unless you bought it on 3DS for like the virtual console and then Nintendo pulled it, and then a year later we got the 3DS remake. So I mean, yeah, it was really cool. He got a job. That's good use of IP, and he wasn't selling it, right? Like he wasn't selling
right,
AM2R. It's just Nintendo owns Metroid, and they are very protective of their properties, whatever. This is just stupid. Like
yeah.
it's just
And it sounds like they're not really making money, since like the rewards are NFTs, but the NFTs are of Nintendo products. So
yeah.
yeah,
if anyone's gonna release Nintendo NFTs, it's gonna be a Nintendo, and
Yeah.
they're gonna sell for way more than I can afford. I guarantee you that.
Mhm.
the thing, it is so weird that people get mad at Nintendo when they're a cease and desist on Smash, but when it's stuff like this, pretty much no one says nothing and everything, and it's just so weird on how the Nintendo fans definitely are. They're for Nintendo when it comes to legal stuff, but they weigh against Nintendo with certain stuff. Um, like I just don't understand. Like, you know, people know never mess with Nintendo stuff at all. Go mess with Microsoft or Sony stuff. No disrespect to those companies, but it feels like that if people do something with their stuff, they there's no story about it. It feels like Microsoft and Sony's not even caring because there's no legal issue or anything. You don't hear nothing about it. It's always someone messing around with Nintendo's IPs.
I also think like the ease of access to like Nintendo does like as much as we love Nintendo, the ease of access to their classic stuff is, you know, relatively hard to find or buy outright. You know, I mean, like we have NSO, right, which is fine, right? Like, I mean, they just put out the N64 stuff, which is really cool, and for me works fine, right? But like, there's not really any ways to like really purchase these games anymore unless you have like a 3DS or a Wii U or lying around, and you know who wants that? You know, like the 3DS is dead. You know, I don't know. I just feel like people go to Nintendo because of the nostalgia. And I mean, we're starting to see it a lot with PS1, right? Like that Bloodborne demake is coming out in January for like, they're going to try to sell it in January. So I don't know if you saw this, Austin.
Yeah, I didn't get to read the article, but I saw that it's going to be released soon, and I was like,
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how this
and
goes.
Like we're starting to enter that era where people are like really nostalgia for PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast and that era of games, right? And I don't know, I just think nostalgia is a huge driving force for the reason why people like try to do stuff with Nintendo games, because those are the games that they love. And you know, it's apparently it's really easy because people are already playing Metroid Dread on PC. So
yeah,
that's the other thing. I wonder if Nintendo's just games are just easier to do this kind of stuff with, just because of the ease of even just torrenting games at this point.
Yeah, it's also because I think they're not really like a software or security company the way that like Microsoft is, or you know what I mean, like and Sony spent a ton of money locking down their consoles, right? The Vita was infamous for being untouchable for years, right? So until you know, Sony just didn't care, and then somebody busted it open and now it's fine. But
yeah,
I mean, Nintendo games are just, I mean, it's almost as bad as the Dreamcast at this point. Like the way that people are putting games on PC, it's insane.
Yeah. I think with the Metroid Dread one being on PC, it's just, to me personally, it was just like on how quick they were able to do it, and stuff, and the discussion of emulation and everything came up around it. It was because
it came by so fast. It's like they just put the cartridge in their computer. It was already there. It's like just loaded it up. It seemed like it was that easy, how fast it was.
Yeah.
Right. And normally you don't hear stories about that, because I think this is to me personally, this is the first Nintendo game that I feel like that.
That's not true. Breath of the Wild has all kinds of like emulation, and like people are like literally rebuilding assets to like 8K with ray tracing, 60 to 120 frames a second.
I mean, like the day after its release. And stuff.
Well, well, I mean, I mean, like that quick. Yeah, I could see where that is, but
I remember like the 8K stuff for Breath of the Wild coming out, maybe even a week within the month for sure.
Yeah, because the Wii U version at the time was extremely easy to emulate, because they had already perfected Wii U emulation. And then they just built upon that. And dude, I don't know if you guys watched Jesse sent it to one of our chats a long time ago, but it was the Breath of the Wild 8K with ray tracing at 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to play that. Like,
yeah. It's like, man, could you get along with like Xbox or PlayStation at some point and make these things happen, because it's just beautiful.
Right.
Or at least do it yourself at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I don't think. here's the thing. Nintendo's never going to be that, right? And I think we've all just kind of accepted it, right? You know? And for better or for worse, we've just accepted it. But, like, seeing stuff like that, or watching Metroid Dread run at 120 frames a second at 4K, or even stuff like Pikmin, you know, Pikmin 3 looks amazing with, there was like a mod out there for, like, I forget what it was called. It was like real life mod that made the environments like look extremely real, you know? And it's like, I want that, you know? I want that.
Yeah. And I think when that happens, when the stuff comes to PC, it feels like Nintendo, there's like pretty much nothing they really can do because it's just out there, you know?
Yeah, but
So
I still want it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, look, I've accepted that the Switch is what it is, and I play my Switch games, right? And then I play everything else on my Xbox, you know? So.
Well, we're gonna move on to the last story, which is kind of just talking a little bit about the upcoming games for November and December. Just Dance 2022 is dropping November 4th. Pokemon Dialga and Palkia Edition Switch Lite will be here November 5th. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out November 12th. Game & Watch The Legend of Zelda also on November 12th. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl November 19th. Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain December 3rd. Danganronpa Decadence is also December 3rd. And then there's going to be some Switch games and accessories that's also coming throughout the month. You guys can check the full list at nintendolife.com. But what did you guys think about this? Because we know that Advance Wars was supposed to come out along with Brain Age, but it got delayed to next year. So what are your guys' thoughts about this?
Well,
you go, Austin.
I'll say this. I have been preaching the word of Danganronpa for years. And I'm telling you, I'm excited that it's coming to Switch because it's going to find a whole lot. It's going to find a bigger audience than it was on, you know, PSP, Vita, and PC. I cannot stress enough how much I recommend that game. If you're not into graphic novels, I'm not really either, but these games are so good. They're so funny. They are completely messed up. The bear is so evil. Don't let him fool you. He is a terrible, terrible creature. And I just love these games. I'm super excited for this because there's going to be even more content that I am just hungry for. I want there to be another game, even though it probably won't happen. But I just want more of this. And then Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm all ready for.
So gorgeous.
I'm so ready. I'm ready for another game like this. And a game like these are the games that I want to play on Switch. These are the type of games like, you know, these novels and JRPGs. Like, these are the games that I have the Switch for. So I'm really, really excited for those two. Other than that, I don't really care. I don't have anything else ready.
What about you, Corey?
I mean, I'm kind of with Austin. Like, I don't really care. I think Danganronpa is a series that I think people should play, right? Like, I think I'm really interested in playing them. Like, I have them all on my wish list, and I know they're all on sale. If you pre-order them, they're like, you get like 10% off or something. Like, I think, you know, I'm really interested in Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like, that's the game. I mean, Ed, we've been preaching since like the very beginning of Pow Block about Tokyo Mirage Sessions, right? And like, how, you know, like it's got a new home on Switch. It's great. But, you know, like Austin said, I don't care.
Well, definitely for me, okay, so for the Pokemon Switch Lite, because I got an OLED, it doesn't do nothing for me. But definitely Diamond and Pearl is a must have for me. I really can't wait for that. I am going to try to get the Game and Watch Legend of Zelda. There'll probably be like 85,000 copies around the world, so you'll be able to get one because like the Mario Game and Watch is still out there.
Yeah, I saw one the other day at Target, I think. Like, just sitting
Ah.
there. I was like, I should probably get this, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I do love the Brain Age games, and so Brain versus Brain. I love doing the math and like the puzzles and stuff. Does it help my brain? At times it does. But it's a good time racer, and playing it on the OLED. Because I love to play those games in handheld mode. Like I don't like playing it on the TV, even though I do have the Wii version. I prefer playing it like on a handheld. Taking it on the go and stuff, that's gonna help me with that game because I love doing it there. Danganronpa Decadus, I probably am gonna buy. I do have I think I have 1 or 2 on my PS4. But like this whole collection, I want to get it, and I love the artwork. And you talking about that Bear Austin, the voice acting. It's the voice acting that's tricky because he sounds like he sounds very chipper and stuff, but he gets evil quickly. And it's just like, wow.
That's the thing. Like some people have watched the anime, and I'm like, guys, you've got to play the game because his voice. They changed the voice in the anime, and like his voice is so much better in the game because it totally tricks you. It's like a Winnie the Pooh type character, and then nope, not anymore, not anymore. I love those games to death. If you like Professor Layton or any of those games, like. This is one of those games. It has that kind of feel to it where you're in the trials and stuff, and I cannot recommend those games enough. If I were to list like my 10 favorite franchises, it would be up on the list. I love these games. They're a little long. I'll say the last one is long. It is long. I remember playing it. I was like, this has got to end eventually, right? And then just another twisted turn. I'm like, oh my god, we're still going.
This is giving me like Phoenix Wright vibes, where it's like the last case. It's like so long. You be like, this needs to be over with.
But please go check it out. And also on this link, Trigger Witch is coming out. They got a physical copy of Trigger Witch. I recommend that game as well.
Yeah. Well, everybody, that's gonna be it for Family News. We're gonna get quickly into our doc mode. We're going old school in this episode, and we're going to have a free-form discussion and just talk about Nintendo. You ready, Elite Block Agents? Let's do this. So, the floor is open up to you guys. What would you like to talk about Nintendo?
I mean, their 2022 seems pretty stacked. We haven't really talked a lot about that. I mean, I'm sure that could be like a whole episode, which we might just do a calendar episode probably in the near future, right? So,
yeah.
But I mean, like, I guess what's exciting you about 2022? I guess because there's a lot. There's a lot.
I think the big 3, or at least 2 of the big major games would be out: Breath of the Wild 2 and Bayonetta 3. I really feel like now with the success of Metroid Dread, I think we are going to get that Prime trilogy. I think definitely. I feel like at the end of this year, or the last Nintendo Direct that they show, or maybe the Game Awards. It's always a possibility.
Well, it was rumored at the Game Awards 2 years ago, remember? And then they put it on hold because they delayed 4. So I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be their big game for 2023, to be honest with you. And they're going to want to get people excited for that. So next year is the time to release Prime Trilogy. Let's go. Give it to me.
Let's do it.
I think it's going to do good numbers for it. So I think the trailer for Prime 4 will probably be in the Direct or at the Game Awards. I would be shocked if they don't show it this year. But if they show it as the first Direct, like the big game for 2022, we're getting some sense that we'll probably be getting all 3 of the biggest games coming that year. Because like Halo Infinite will already be out Forza would be out, and then leading up to Horizon Forbidden West, and then God of War, Nintendo's kind of ready, is getting stuff stacked, at least for the first half of the year.
I mean,
Nintendo's gonna have Pokemon, Bayonetta, and then are you saying Metroid Prime would be the third big one?
Breath of the Wild too.
Oh, Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah, if Metroid
but
Prime,
Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be their holiday game next year, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think in the spring it's obviously going to be Pokemon. It's going to be Mario plus Rabbids 2. It's going to be Kirby, probably Forgotten Lands, probably in that April or May slot. You have Splatoon 3 in there.
March.
You have, well, I mean, I'm just trying to.
Oh.
You have Splatoon 3 that's probably going to come out in that May or June window, right? You have obviously Bayonetta, which I think they want to get out in like August before all the huge games come out and kind of have their own time with it. So, I mean, I think Nintendo's going to have a monster year. And then in September, you put out the Prime Trilogy. October, you put out Breath of the Wild 2. November, you put out some sort of probably a Let's Go Pokemon thing next year, right?
Yeah.
Like, or like maybe like another some sort of Mario game, like a Mario. It wouldn't be Mario Party or Mario Golf. I don't know what's another Mario thing. Mario Strikers.
You think we get Oh man! Let me tell you, Mario Strikers comes out. That's my number one game next year. I'm telling you.
And I know there's this weird group of people in circles at Boss Rush that want Mario Super Sluggers back. I think it's you. I know David wants it. I know Dan wants it. Like, there's just I just never thought of Mario Sluggers as like one of the good sports games. Like but again, I played it on the GameCube for like a couple hours, maybe. Like
it was just that while I was working at Toys R Us, that game kept selling out. Even after
but it's Toys R Us, dude.
Out.
It's like like I don't know. I feel like your demographic is different than everybody else's demographic at Toys R Us.
Well, yeah, but I just didn't know. I wouldn't think a game like that selling like year after like month after month, year after year selling out. We're putting out 10 copies, all 10 copies are gone, and then another 10 all gone. It's just like. It boggled my mind. Just like, what got to be the sale numbers? And don't forget, this thing is at $50. Yeah. So that's like $500 a box, and we're selling it week after week. Like, it just boggles my mind. So that's
the only thing that's crazy about Mario Sluggers, because I haven't played on GameCube, I played the Wii one. Is it's not even the best baseball game on Wii.
No,
it's
Wii Sports.
Little League World Series.
Oh,
that's right. Little League World Series baseball game on Wii. I'm telling you, I'm not even lying. Me and my brothers, we had Little League World Series, we had Mario Sluggers, and we had Wii Sports, and we played Little League World Series. That was the best one. I don't know why, but it's so good. But I would love Mario Sluggers too. But I really want Strikers. That's the number one. It's been too long. It's been too long. I definitely would be disappointed if it was another sports mix where it's like the half-baked volleyball, basketball. I don't want those. No. Don't give me those, Nintendo.
I think we'll probably, like, announcement-wise for 2022, I think we'll see the next Mario Odyssey game. I
think we'll see it get announced next year. Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. I think Fire Emblem will finally get their new game.
You think it's going to be the remake of the 3DS games like that was rumored, the Fates ones, or do you think they were going to get a new Fire Emblem?
I think we're getting a new one.
God, I hope so.
That's a loaded year, man. Because we also have Project Triangle Strategy coming out next year.
Yeah. Which I think is going to probably. I think what's going to happen is that's going to hit Switch first. 6 months down the line, it'll probably hit PC and No PC. Sony didn't get
Sony didn't get
We
Octopath.
still
Octopath
have
Traveler
not
yet.
got Octopath Traveler.
Okay.
I don't know why. I would
So
love to have it.
So Microsoft might get it for Game Pass, maybe the end of next year.
Maybe.
It's a really big if. What would be smart if they did PC and Xbox at the
All
same
right,
time.
so here's 2022 so far. Okay, I pulled it up. So, we have Pokemon Legends, we have Dying Light 2, the cloud version. We have Triangle Strategy, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Like that's gonna be pretty big on Switch.
Oh man, that's next. Wow,
March.
That's already coming up.
It's March.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah.
literally 2 weeks after Mario Rabbids.
oh
Oh.
wow.
Kirby.
So 2 XCOM like games
Yeah.
back to back. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Mario Rabbids 2, Breath of the Wild. Hold on, we ran out of games. Where's the rest of them? It's not loading. It's not loading.
And I know we got EA and Ubisoft and
Do we though?
some of the other companies still bringing stuff. Go ahead, Gray.
I said do we though? Have Ubisoft and
I don't know if you got EA, but
Well, EA said they had like 6 to 12 games for Switch, and not all of them been announced yet.
What do
or
you-
announced or released.
do you think we get the Red Dead Redemption remaster on Switch? Because that was rumored today.
So-
I saw.
This is how Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition, the trilogy plays. If it sells,
I think it's going to sell bonkers on Switch just because like they're like that seems to be where like a lot of people love their classic and retro games that aren't Nintendo games, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to play it on Switch, you know, it's like if they switch the controls up like they said they were to be like more in line with, you know, modern third person shooters, like I think those games are going to be bigger than anybody thinks on Switch, just based on Vice City and San Andreas alone.
I wonder if you could hook up your Switch Bluetooth to your car stereo Bluetooth.
Why is that coming up right now? What?
Because people will pick soundtrack like Vice City soundtrack and stuff
Well-
while they're driving.
I mean, you could just go on Spotify and put in
Well,
Vice City
yeah.
soundtrack. You get the same thing.
But some people- but
Or
yeah,
you can
but
go online and buy that big giant CD, like
Oh,
like
yeah.
15
like
CD box
20.
set.
They're big Disney. Yeah, I mean, some people just might be like, you know, because they're gonna probably be playing that game on the go, have their headset on, and so. But like, if you could, people were just like, I'm gonna try to hook my Switch up to the car and see if it happens, you know, and have Bluetooth.
It'd be really cool if like they came out with like a special edition of that game, and it came with like a download code for the soundtrack or whatever. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would be like an atrocious amount of money, but like it would still be really cool.
Yeah. So,
I hope it does well because Red Dead Redemption on the go on the Switch, Bully on the Switch would be
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, people will.
I really like the first Red Dead Redemption, and I never played the second one. Like I just never went out of my way to play 2.
Oh, man. It's so good. I stand by that game.
So to clarify, everybody, because Red Dead Redemption is the second game, Red Dead 2 is the third game.
Yep. We know. I made a big stink about this on our old podcast.
Is Red Dead Revolver on Switch?
Nope.
No, because it's Capcom.
Okay.
It's on PlayStation 4 as a PS2 classic though, I think.
Yeah, it is on PS4. I just didn't know if it ever came to Switch since it's not, Rockstar. It's not under Rockstar now.
Yeah.
What 99 game are we getting next year?
What, 99
Are we
So-
getting 2? Yeah,
like
we got
Tetris
Pac-Man
99.
99, Tetris 99. Are we getting?
I think we'll probably get it like a Splatoon
No.
99.
No.
Give me a Galaga 99. I would
Oh god.
pay for it. I would pay for it. I would love Galaga 99. It'd be the best game ever.
I wonder if they would do Columns 99.
Puyo Puyo 99.
You know what, Corey? I think Puyo Puyo Tetris. I think the Puyo Puyo Tetris 3 is going to be announced. I think we're getting a 3 next year.
I don't, just because like Tetris Effect just came out. We got 2 Tetris games this year. We're not getting a third one next year.
But that one is mixed with Puyo Puyo.
Nobody likes Puyo Puyo. The only reason why I bought Puyo Puyo Tetris was to play Tetris, and now I have a better way to play Tetris.
Yeah, but
That's true.
But we have fun playing Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Nobody has fun playing Puyo Puyo.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, Ed. You have to live on the other side of the world and ride a train to work every day to enjoy that game. Okay?
At one point, I wasn't there, right?
Do you think we get the Switch Pro, for lack of a better name, next year? Is it gonna
2 years?
No.
I'll say 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, I think they'll be pushing
2023. They'll push it. They're gonna push it with
Metroid Prime 4.
They're gonna push it with Metroid Prime 4 and a new Mario game. 2023. I'm calling it right now.
I don't think so.
Ed, you still think they're gonna make an Arms 2, so nobody trusts your judgment.
Y'all got Sora for Smash.
Yeah, I did. I called it.
So Arms 2 can still happen.
Yeah, in like 10 years.
Hey, it can happen next year. You never know.
I do know.
I don't think Nintendo hits 100% on their IP. I think you need to let Arms.
Oh, the other rumored game that we didn't talk about was Pikmin 4. Speaking of old Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
Where is Pikmin 4?
They gotta talk about it next month.
Miyamoto, what are you doing? Stop building theme parks. Get to work on this Pikmin 4. Finish it up and let me play it.
I want to see it on my TV, dude. I just want to put the controller down and just be like, look at this water. Look at this ground. Look at this grass.
So good.
Like,
Pikmin is Nintendo's most underrated IP.
Can I Dragon Punch Square Enix and tell them? Oh yeah, because we get the Dragon Quest remakes also next year.
Oh yeah, we're getting that Dragon Quest 3 remake.
Yeah.
Stop playing with my emotions and give me Tomb Raider. These new
You're not getting Tomb Raider. Especially if Square's still involved, right? Like, I know we kind of talked about it on Arsenal X, but like, it kind of feels like Crystal Dynamics and Square's Western division is going to be sold off to Microsoft at some point. I have a feeling. I just have a weird feeling.
Does Microsoft want them though?
Yeah, they're clearly higher than to make Perfect Dark because the initiative can't handle it.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that. They're having trouble staffing.
They were the ones that were really pushing the Tomb Raider games anyway, because they had the year-long exclusivity with them. So
yeah, and they had all the marketing for the first and the third game too. So
yeah,
gosh, those games so good. Can we just talk a minute about how good Tomb Raider is for a second?
Oh,
Tomb Raider. There's very few games where my wife will go, "What game is that?" And Tomb Raider was one of them. And I was like, because it's just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It just plays well. I've always hold the ground that Uncharted has a better story, but if I had to take one in a fight, I'm taking Laura. I mean, she goes through way more stuff than Uncharted does.
See, this is not Crossroads because I would get in trouble, so I was just gonna hold my tongue. Because, yeah.
Ed doesn't like PlayStation games.
It's okay. We know he doesn't like PlayStation games.
And then I come on the show and list like 8,000 PlayStation games I'm playing in half. Y'all be like, what?
You're playing them. That doesn't mean you like them.
No.
Oh, I do enjoy them.
He plays them just so he has more ammo to hate them. He's like, man, I can't wait to hate on this game now. Just keeps going.
I play a lot of PlayStation when I'm not attached to Xbox and Switch. I will pop in PlayStation and play a lot of their games because I still feel like with Nintendo and Sony when they broke up after the Super NES CD, I think the way that they came into the gaming atmosphere was really strong, and they have really created some big influences, uh, some really important titles, games that have changed um, design and the genre. So I give it up to Sony and with PlayStation for a lot of stuff. If they weren't working with Nintendo, I don't. I mean, if they were still working with Nintendo, I don't think we would have the games that we have now. Like Sony is really their Western division is really good at producing high quality games and everything. And I will, as much as people say think about me with other platforms games, who was up there on a Friday getting that $60 game physical? Like I'm
You,
at the
because
store.
you buy everything.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not big ballers like Ed.
I know.
Yeah, but I feel like because like Ghost of Tsushima, I wanted to play that. The Last of Us Part 2, I wanted to play it because of review, but I wanted to see after all the controversy, all the trials and triumphs that game has went through, I want to see what they deliver and everything. Because I'm not worried about Nintendo. I'm gonna get the quality, but I want to see what they're going to deliver. Same with Xbox. I think there are some high quality games. I feel like Quantum Break shouldn't have got the treatment that it deserved because that is a really great game.
I think people are starting to come around on Quantum Break because of Control.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's definitely
It's
a
the
game
same
with
thing.
revisionist history, though.
Yeah, and when it's something that Nintendo can't, it's not that Nintendo can't do stuff that the other companies do. That's just not part of their design, not of them making games. That's not their expertise and stuff. They can't make a Uncharted or anything. They could try to, but they know that Uncharted and some of the darker games require not just graphics, but storytelling and sometimes depiction of violence to push the story, to really show that they're going for a certain theme idea. And Nintendo wants to steps away from that. They'll let any other company do it, but they'll step away from themselves from doing it. So I love the fact that Sony and Microsoft, when they push story and they push where a game could go and stuff, they do a great job of doing it. And Nintendo's just like, hey, go support them too. We'll put it out a game. If that's too much, here is Mario Party 15 to make you feel better.
Well, let me ask you this question, since you're the bigger Nintendo guys than I am. What third party studio is the biggest supporter of Nintendo next year? Like, who's the third party? Is it Ubisoft? Is it EA? Is it Capcom? Who's the one that's like really pushing for Nintendo now on 2022?
Square Enix.
Hmm.
Square Enix has the most titles party planned for a Switch. And when they do their smaller games and stuff, it's always in Nintendo's presentation. It's always nowhere else.
Let's
Square
see,
Enix.
We got what? Triangle Strategy next year. We have. I mean, I guess technically we have the Kingdom Hearts games, the cloud versions next year.
Cloud versions.
That I bet we get another game from the that studio, the I Am Setsuna studio.
Yeah.
Like another smaller kind of. It's probably time, right? That their last game was what, 2019, I think.
Yeah, I think
I was thinking about them the other day. I can't remember the last time they came out with the game.
It was that actually.
Okadami.
No, it's Square.
Right.
That
the game was called Okadami.
Yeah, Okadami. Yeah. I thought you said Konami. like
oh
a
no,
studio.
sorry.
Which
is Konami going to be the number one supporter for Switch next year?
They're not going to be the number one supporter, but they are getting that love back that they lost after
well, yeah, it's because
Kojima.
they're releasing all their good Castlevania games on the Switch that everybody likes.
That game. What was the game I thought it was a new game, but Ed, you told me it was a remake of an older game. What's that one that's coming out?
Oh, can I think of it?
It's a lot of Japanese words, so I know I'm gonna mess it up if I try to say it.
Austin's
game
too
was
white
awesome.
is what he's saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But I mean, I don't want to accidentally offend anyone, but man, that game looks awesome. It looks so pretty.
Oh, wait, no. I was gonna say, never mind.
I have to find it, man. That game looks so good.
What was it? Konami.
Yeah.
Switch
Like I said, I
games.
wrote because I did
Let's see. Looking for a Konami game that has funny looking words in it. And by funny, I mean Japanese. Let's find it.
Yeah, because I think it's a sequel or a remake or something to one of the games that from the NES days.
Is it
'Cause it
Getsu
never-
Fumaden?
Yes, that's it.
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah.
That game looks really, really cool.
Let's see.
I'm all down for it.
Oh, this game looks cool. Why have I never heard of it? Ed, come on. You're slipping here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I wrote it. It's on Boss Rush website that you guys can go to bossrush.com and check out more articles there. We have some good discussion, banters, and editorials. So do check us out there.
This game looks cool. Undying
Like
Moon.
that art
is that what it's
style
called?
is super cool. It's
Oh my gosh, dude! This looks like a really cool Japanese painting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ed, come on, man.
when
Why'd you
this
not tell
game
me about
got
this?
announced.
I did tell you about that.
Is that E3? I think.
No, it was at the Indie Direct
Was it?
last year. Yeah.
When this game was announced, I was all over this game, and it was like, yeah, it's an older game. I was like, what? I've never heard of this. I've never even heard
Yeah.
of this.
So when I was looking it up and everything, because I just wanted to see him, like, I was seeing people saying that it was a remake and stuff. So I went to go look it up, and I was just like, oh wow, yeah. I'm like, I see what they're talking about because it's a game from Konami I'd never heard of, and was only released in Japan. I didn't know about, and no one never covered it or said anything about it. So it was like a new one to me. So,
Well, Ed,
Uh,
you failed us. Good job.
I did.
I'm taking back over as host.
I'm looking pictures of this game now, and man, it just so cool.
Yeah.
Everyone
But-
go check it out.
Yes. But to answer your question, yeah, I think Square Enix is going to have a lot. Corey, what about you? I don't know.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. I know Ubisoft has 2 games coming out for Switch next year, but I mean, Square is probably the right answer. Unless you count all these cool Konami collections that are coming out. Because, like, that rumor is that the Metal Gear collection might be coming to Switch next year, too. Alongside, like, a PlayStation 4 version or something.
So, what is the rumor for that? Is it the NES ones or just the PS, the PlayStation?
Metal Gear collection. Switch. There it is. Hold on. I'm looking it up.
Because I would love to have like the 2 NES games, and then the GameCube version of Twin Snakes, but also have Metal Gear 1, 2, 3 on there. At least that much.
I don't know. It looks like people are kind of saying that Legacy collection that came to PS3 that has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Peace Walker in it, or 1, 2, 3, 4 and Peace Walker in it might be coming. But also there's that rumor that Snake Eater's being remade, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like the rumor has much traction. It's just a couple Reddit threads and then, some Nintendo fan sites kind of reporting on it, but
I feel like if that's possible, we could also get a Silent Hill collection, like that 1 and 2 remaster that was on PS3 and 360.
yeah.
Everybody wants it. I think, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the Switch is the best place for these collections now, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would love for Arkham collection to come too. Even though I only worry about it coming to Switch just because it was broken on PC. So I just don't know if it's going to transfer well to Switch or not, or if it'd be too much of a hassle.
Yeah, but I mean, all those games could run on Switch technically, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're all Xbox 360 games, right? So
Yeah. Well, except Knight.
Well, Knight, but-
probably would not, but the other three.
I mean,
could.
you could still just do the Return to Arkham collection, which is just the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought those might actually come to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
There's a whole slew of games that I thought would come to Switch and never did. Like those games, I really thought the Tomb Raider games would come to Switch, at least the first 2.
Yeah.
I thought Final Fantasy 13 collection would come to Switch. I don't know. I thought there was a lot of games that were going to come to Switch and
do you
never
think
did.
if Tomb Raider came to Switch, would it have to be like the first game might be on there, but the other 2 might have to be cloud?
Well, the Rise of the Tomb Raider has a 360 and PS3 version.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
So
I don't even.
I mean, I could see the first 2 games. I don't know. Shadow of the Tomb Raider isn't like, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but like I could see them kind of like replacing models and assets and kind of toning it back for a Switch version.
Yeah.
Plus, like,
If-
look, here's the thing: The Witcher 3 is on Switch natively,
Right. That's a good point.
which is why I think the Kingdom Hearts games were so disappointing.
Yeah.
That they're getting
Yeah.
cloud.
Also, The Witcher on Switch is a great version of that game, by the way.
I haven't played it. I feel like I'm a little nervous too, but I played Skyrim on Switch and it was fine. But that's like 2 totally different things. So
Well, also a lot of people who played The Witcher 3 on Switch beat it. That's where a lot of people beat the game, man. So
well, yeah, because it's easier to play 120 hours of a game on the go than it is to play at your house.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Plus, like the cross save feature, too, with the PC version. Also, I bet probably gave a lot of people an extra motivation to play it on the go, because like they can still play the best version of the game and take it with them. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got.
Plus, we all know we're playing Gwent. That's what we're really playing on the Switch anyway.
It didn't even come to Switch.
I mean,
No, just Gwent in the Witcher 3 game.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm really shocked that Gwent never came to Switch. I love Gwent. It's one of my favorite card games ever. I probably played that more than I played Witcher 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up there for Doc Mode. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Corey.
Yeah.
Let's get to playing with power. Corey, what are you playing with power?
Okay. So, I've been playing Metroid Dread, and I love playing the game, but also every time I turn it on, I feel like an idiot. And after about a half hour, I just stop playing because I cannot find out where I need to go. I've been stuck in the second area for like an hour and a half, and I don't know how to get to where I need to go, and it's extremely frustrating, and I don't even know how to look up where I need to go because of just the nature of the game, and I don't know what to look up. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love playing the game. It's so much fun to play. I'm at a roadblock and I don't know where to go, and it's extremely frustrating, and it's just upsetting.
I don't know if it's one of these type of games, but the reason I love Metroidvania is because I get that old school where you write the notes in the manual kind of thing, where I will grab paper and write and map out like what I did Hollow Knight and stuff like that.
Well, this has a map in it, and like I'm looking all over this map, and like the only place I can see where I can go is all the way back by the elevator that brings you in from the first area.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other things in there, but I can't get back to it because I don't have the morph ball, or I can't slide anywhere because the ledges and stuff. And it's just like, I'm extremely frustrated because I don't know where to go.
Are you sure you're not pulling a David Jaffe and need to just shoot at the ceiling?
I'm not sure.
Because that was his thing. Like the video that he was getting frustrated on was like something that he had to shoot the ceiling, and it was just like, oh, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do, which is why he went on that tirade.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to look it up because I want to play it and I want to finish it because it's extremely fun. but also I'm just frustrated because I'm an idiot, I think, is really what it comes down to. And it's probably the most obvious thing, like something like that, you know? And like, but also like I never really played 2D Metroids before except for the original, which is like pretty straightforward and linear. And,
Yeah.
you know, the only difficulty is that like, you know, you just need to be good at jumping.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I feel like an idiot, and I feel like if I go on Boss Rush on Wednesday and talk about it, LeRon's just going to make fun of me the whole time, and that I'm just going to tell him to crawl under his desk and eat a bunch of gummy bears and shut up, and then he'll stare at me.
We know he's doing the, PC mods or whatever he's got going on. He's probably like blasting through the game. He's got it broken. You know, he's not really playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been playing that. I've also been playing a lot of Tetris Effect Connected. But I've been testing out the Genesis and the N64 games a lot. And they play really, like, for me at least, on the N64 side, I know people are kind of complaining about lagging or some other control issues, right? But I'm like, it's Nintendo 64. The controls suck. Like, it's just the nature of the console and when it came out. And Mario 64 plays like Mario 64. Ocarina of Time plays like Ocarina of Time, which I might actually sit and play Ocarina of Time all the way through again, because I haven't played it. I haven't played it since it came out. Because, Ed, the infamous story of, me not realizing you could go back in time to solve puzzles. And, well, it took me like a year and a half to figure that out, and I bought the strategy guide. So, Austin, I don't know if you know the story. All the listeners have heard it 1,000 times, but they're going to hear it again. I got Ocarina of Time. It was like, outside of Link's Awakening, it was like my first real Zelda experience. And I loved it. I was playing it every day. I was trying to find things. I was doing it all on my own, no guides, no nothing. Which is odd because I was like a really big strategy guide collector back then. And so I was making my way through it. I get to the Shadow Temple, and you have to enter the Shadow Temple as a child to do the first half of the dungeon and then go back as an adult to finish it. I didn't know that, and I couldn't figure out how to get into the Shadow Temple, and so I quit. For like a year and a half, I quit this game. And then Majora's Mask came out, and I loved it. I got Majora's Mask and the strategy guide for Majora's Mask and the strategy guide for Ocarina of Time all in one go. And I beat Majora's Mask in a weekend. That's how much I loved it. Played it all weekend. Yeah. I got all the masks. And I was like, you know what? I should probably just go finish Ocarina of Time. And I did it. I finished Ocarina of Time in like 2 hours because I was like at the second to last dungeon.
You knew exactly what you had to do.
Yeah, I looked it up. Point. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
How old were you when those came out?
I was like 12, I think, when Ocarina of Time came out.
Okay. Well, because I didn't play them on Nintendo 64. I played them on 3DS. That was my those were my introductions to those two games. I played both of them that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Those are probably the best ways to play those games. I wish they would come to Switch, honestly.
I like Ocarina of Time. I can understand why people, because it was like the first Zelda where it was like 3D, and I feel like it's got that Final Fantasy VII effect where it's like, oh wow, this.
Yep.
But Majora's Mask is the go. Like, well, it's not my favorite Zelda, but it is so good. That was the one I loved on 3DS.
I think
for a sequel.
I think Majora's Mask is 1,000 times better than Ocarina of Time. But also I think it's just because of the terrible experience I had with Ocarina of Time. Like, I really do. But like, I agree with you. I think it's the Final Fantasy VII effect of like, this is like a moment in gaming history, right? But I still think Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are the pinnacle of like the 3D Zelda formula.
Yes, I also agree. I think Wind Waker's my favorite, and then Twilight Princess Majora Mask is right there. Well, Link's Awakening.
Yeah,
and then
I'm talking like 3D Zelda.
Yeah, 3D. I agree. Those are the top three for me.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is like the last when it comes to 3D Zeldas for me.
You're the worst.
No.
You're the worst.
I think it's because I love Ocarina of Time, and I didn't really have that too much of a problem, even though I still bought the strategy guide, because it's
You should see my Ocarina of Time strategy guide. You should see it. It's trashed. It's like because I turned around and started playing it again, and I tried to go 100%, and like I never finished it. I never got past like this first adult temple, but like after I finished the Shadow Temple, I went through and like tried to find every heart piece, all the collectibles and everything. And like, dude, my strategy guide is just trashed. It's just trashed. There's like, because I would like fold the corners of the paper trying to figure out which ones I had. There's big X's in it from like the heart pieces that I would find, which was like a huge mistake. The cover is falling off. Like it's totally taped together. It's like a hot piece of trash. But
that's how mine was for the Kingdom Hearts. That was like one of the big strategy guides that I had was Kingdom Hearts, and that one I ended up throwing that one away because it was just so trash by the time it was done.
Oh wow! What is that all, Corey?
There was something else I was playing. I gotta turn my Switch on. I don't remember. Hold on. Shut your mouth, Ed. You hold your mouth.
What? I was just gonna say, everybody check out our Zelda list for Nintendo Pow Block, and go watch that.
Hold on, let me ask you this, Ed. You really think Skyward Sword is better than Majora's Mask?
Yes, 100 times,
Look,
way better.
That's the other game I've been playing. I've been trying to get through Skyward Sword HD. I went back to that a little bit, and man, I want to like the game. I love the story. I love where it's going. The controls, even the button, like even the non-motion controls are just like, man, this is just, they made it work. I'll give them credit. They made it work, but it is just not. It's not good. Like I'm trying. Like I don't know. It's just the motion controls are just bad. I don't know how people play with motion controls. I just don't. I know Lasby swears by them, right? Like I know he just swears by the motion controls for that game. And I think David or Dan does too. And I don't know, man. I think I'm just too stupid to play games anymore, especially games that use unconventional control schemes.
I think the story is good in Skyward Sword, but I don't see how it compares to all the other 3D Zelda games. I just think it's.
I actually think the story in Skyward Sword is the best of the 3D Zelda games.
Wow. Okay.
I just hate playing the game. Like I think the Rise of Demise is a cool story to tell. I think Link and Zelda's relationship is amazing. Like I just love how great they are together in scenes. And I think what Fi is like the least annoying companion in Zelda, except for Midna, but Midna's annoying if you don't like her, but also I love Midna, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Midna. So
we all know what the most annoying one is.
Oh yeah, it's Navi, right? Like I think we can all agree on that, right? Yeah. So
just shut up. Stop telling me what to do.
Wait, what? I didn't say nothing.
No, I'm talking about Navi.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just like, you think the Corey's attitude towards me?
Like, no. Well, I mean, you can keep talking trash on Majora's Mask. I might get on Corey's side. I don't know.
It's
but that's all I've been playing for now.
All right. Austin, what have you been playing with Power? And don't forget, you can be any.
I will admit, I have not been playing my Switch very much. I think the last time I was on the show, I talked about the Mario Golf courses. I think that was the last thing I really played on my Switch. I did get the Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis upgrade. I wanted to play. There's a lot of games on there I've never played because I didn't have either one of those systems. So, I'm I'm gonna try to play through a lot of them. I've enjoyed the SNES collection a lot and the NES collection a lot. Playing games I've never played before, and those are honestly the games I keep going back to on the Switch. I do plan on looking for some Black Friday sales for some Nintendo games that I'm behind on. Like I will try to get Paper Mario, Origami King. Like that's one on my list. Like there's a bunch of games that I would like on my Switch. I just haven't gotten to it because I'll be honest, like PlayStation's kind of my ecosystem, so that's where I spend all my money. And then I'm like, man, there's a lot of Nintendo games I need to go play now. So I go back and forth between those two consoles a lot. But that's really all I've been playing is like Nintendo 64. I've been playing Pokemon Unite here and there, but not every day like I was for a while. But on PlayStation, and I don't think it's on Switch, but I'm playing Prey. I started Prey.
No, it's not on
And
Switch.
holy moly, that game is great. Prey is an awesome game. I'm barely in.
The reboot.
Yeah.
Okay.
This game is got BioShock vibes to it. It's got Dead Space vibes to it. I was a little nervous because I thought it was going to be more like Dishonored, which I didn't like. I don't like Dishonored. But this game, because Dishonored is more like a stealthy game, this game is like, it's like the sci-fi creatures. There's a whole world to explore. Like, I'm reading everything that I find. Like, I'm really interested in the game. It's really, really good. I hate that I waited this long to play it because it's a really good game. So that's what I'm playing right now, is Prey, which is, I highly recommend it. I'm way too late to the game, but I highly recommend it.
It is on Game Pass if you guys have an Xbox also. So
Hey, check it out. I haven't been this engrossed in a game like as far as like reading everything I'm picking up in a while. So this is I highly recommend.
nice.
All right.
What are you
Well,
playing,
for-
Ed?
I'm playing Voice of Cards.
Huh?
It's literally becoming
can't- I can't wait to hear what you have to say because I'm
It-
excited about this game.
is am I giving the year nomination? This is one of the music is phenomenal in this game. Because I've been playing with the headset and man, hearing this, I want to go to an orchestra with this soundtrack. It's so good. The voice acting is good because everything is like well, most of the game is you can read it if you want to, but they're always narrating the game. Um, it's only 7 chapters, so it's a short RPG or JRPG, and you play cards that you gain by leveling up, and you can switch them out, and you'll get more characters. You could go to towns and get more cards by playing a certain game. Now, what the cool thing is that uh, your analog, your right stick on your controller, when you're playing the Pro controller, um, it it you can move it around and go to the town and then hit a button and they'll just jump you from wherever you at to get to the town. You don't have to pay for ends, so you can rest. There really isn't no crafting in the game. You literally just you could grind, get some money, go to shops and buy them. And the land that you are on, it unfolds every time you get close to a card that is folded down. So it turns over and you'll see more land or grass or water. And there are parts where the card will turn over that it has like a mountain or something that's blocking you. So if you try to go to it, it'll put you back. You'll also run into special characters, special events that you'll go into. There are times where you'll roll the dice, and if you hit a certain number, like high or low, something will happen to it. It's really addictive and it's really good. You do have choices. You can like kind of make choices. And your choices does affect the game because you would get a reward or you would get punished or something. So you can make the decision. But yeah, once you find out their weaknesses and everything, you can just start playing the cards. And it has a gem system. And the gem system is the way that you do your attacks. So in order sometimes to use certain magic, you have to have two gems. Well, if you got two gems in your pocket or in your box, you could use that to use magic, and it just keeps refilling and refilling. So there really isn't no magic system where you need like potions and stuff to restore. No, you just make sure strategy wise that your gems are filling up, and then you can just start unloading if you need to. It's very good. You can buy like armor, weapons, and it kind of tells you what it does. There is no kind of like if you buy this armor, you go down a level with this. No, everything that you buy upgrades, so you get stronger with everything that you buy. For it, you'll find secret chests of on the card, and sometimes you can run into an enemy or something, and if you help them, they'll reward you with like extra money or special items and stuff. It's really really fun, and the people that you play in the demo, they are in the game, but they are not your cast of characters. It literally changes.
That's
So
cool.
yeah,
I may have to go play that demo then, since it's going to be totally different than the game as far as story wise.
yeah, and you'll get an idea of how to play the game, and it still teaches you on how to play it and everything. Uh, but be prepared, Austin, because there are some sexy male pictures in here, and when I say sexy male pictures, it is like, oh, they did this art, okay, but it's also funny and stuff, and it's kind of fitting for what they're going for and everything.
Is it like the Hades? I know a lot of a lot of people are going crazy for the guys in Hades. Is it like along those lines?
Oh no, this is
Oh, it's more than
no,
that.
it's more.
This is
than
why
that.
it's an Ed's Game of the Year nomination. The game actually plays like trash. Edge.
No, no, it's really good. So Voice of Cards, I definitely recommend. Like, it is a really great RPG and stuff. And like, there are DLC and bundles, so you can change your characters' costumes and stuff like there. But I just started the game. It the character, the main character, he does have a name, but you can rename him anything you want to. For that. Playing more Streets of Rage 4, building my characters up. Uh, played Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Genesis and Golden Axe. Just having fun with there. There's a game called Musha that's on there, like a vertical top-down shoot 'em up. It's a game I've never heard of or played. And it was enjoying that. Finally got to play Sin and Punishment on NSO. So I was happy to play that. I got to play some more of it. It feels pretty good. It felt weird playing it because I was just like, man, my mind is so used to the Star Fox controls that this feels different in the way that I play it, the way that I play. Started up Game Builder Garage, just learning some things, but haven't like really started making my levels yet or designing my games, and I can't wait to do that. And last but not least, played some Super Mario Maker 2. I think I'm about to get back into making Mario levels, and it's been a long time. The making Mario levels. I was playing some of my old levels that I had when the game came out, and I'm just like, oh man.
Did you play my level again, Ed?
Your level is the work of the devil, but it's
Ed got
fun.
really mad at me because it wasn't pristine like a Nintendo designed level.
No, I was not mad at you.
He yelled at me for
I
like
was,
2 weeks.
I was not.
Basically,
I
Ed's
was
the reason
laughing.
why I stopped playing Mario Maker 2.
No, I was laughing at the ridiculous, the craziness that this level was. I was having fun. It was challenging. I just didn't know that Corey was me this evil. I was just like, these are some hellish levels.
Did it give Dan trouble? Because Dan does some levels on his stream sometimes. I'm like, I don't have the patience.
This
for
was I think this was before Boss Rush existed.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was with our old group.
You were talking about vertical shoot 'em ups, and I played, what is that game called? Crisis Wing. Have you seen that? I think it might be on Switch too.
I think so.
I I recommend it. It's a very good vertical shooter if you're into those games.
Yeah, I love a good vertical or horizontal. And
This
that's
one, the patterns aren't that hard.
Mhm.
And your guns get really powerful, like your power-ups are very powerful, but your ship is huge, so it's like really tight maneuvering along the patterns. That's like the tricky part of it, and it's really good. The bosses are insane. It's really hard, but it's really really fun.
I'm just waiting for Arrow Flash to come to Genesis online, and I'll just be like, yes.
I've heard there's a lot of good shoot 'em ups on Genesis, and that's why I'm really excited about playing those games.
I really want Konami to get on board because dang it, why couldn't they put Hyperstone Heist or Turtles in Time on NSO? That's what I need.
Look, we're never gonna get it. Let's just accept it and move on.
I know.
I've accepted it. I'm very upset, but I've accepted it. But what if we did?
What if we did?
Hyperstone Heist is the superior game to Turtles in Time. But both are in my top 5, so
Huh.
That's
Well, I will
interesting.
definitely keep my eye out for that game when if
Hyperstone
it comes.
Heist. Hyperstone Heist for Genesis is basically Turtles in Time, but like the levels are split into 3 acts instead of a boss at the end of each level, and it's a little bit longer. There in the middle of the game. There's a literal boss rush mode in the middle of the game where you just fight like the first 5 bosses again in a row, and it really sucks.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't suck. It's actually pretty fun. And then like instead of Super Shredder, it's Ultra Shredder, and like it's cool. They make some really cool changes that are fun.
Yeah.
If anybody, I mean, I guess you could just emulate it and play it, but like, it's a great game.
I always feel like it was a mix of Turtles in Time and the Turtles arcade game.
I mean, it is. It kind of is. But
Yeah.
it's more. It's way more Turtles in Time than those arcade games, though.
Yeah.
Are
Definitely.
there- Is there like an online co-op mode for these Sega Genesis games? Are there beat 'em up games where
I
there's?
think so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everything
Yeah.
from the everything on the NSO, N64, and Super Nintendo and Genesis, all of that's online.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So, but yeah, that's me playing with Power, and everybody. That's going to be the episode. Austin, where can we find you? Sorry, Corey.
You can find me at PlayStation on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch too. Why not? You never know when I might pop up on there. I popped up there randomly today. I think I'm gonna try to do it more often. I got a little more time on my hands, so definitely check me out at PlayStation everywhere. And then catch me on Crossroads on Tuesdays nights, 8-7 Central, and with LeBron and Nelly and Chris, and talk about PlayStation. So if you're into PlayStation at all, which is like my forte, definitely go check us out there.
Yes.
Nice.
Cannot wait to hear you guys talk about the state of play.
Oh, well, you already know my thoughts, Ed. I
Yes.
gave you some of my thoughts before the show, and
Yeah.
let's say there's not that much. There's not that much fun.
Which everybody, I feel like that this month, I think we're gonna get an indie direct or another Nintendo direct. We probably get a Pokemon direct.
Well,
Maybe
we'll
next
get it. We'll get an indie direct this month, and then right after the Game Awards, I bet we get
The Nintendo direct.
because there's usually one in December.
Yeah.
Probably just to
So-
go over the first couple months of the year, because like we know what's coming, but nothing's dated, right? Like I think Pokemon's the only thing that's dated, and everything else is just generic spring.
Oh yeah.
So well, maybe Mario and Rabbids is dated for February, but
You know what? I have to. That was that this year's E3?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I have to go look at it. Ubisoft thing because I think I dated. I just don't know. Yeah. Corey, where can we find you?
You can find me at I am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me hosting the Boss Rush podcast and Arsenal X the Xbox podcast here on the Boss Rush Network.
Yes. You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode, and you can check out Nintendo Pow Block on Mondays, 7:30, 8:30, or check us out on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. For the video. And check us out on Anchor FM to hear the audio version and other podcast apps that you guys subscribe to. With that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Woohoo!
Goodbye.